With the recent addition of Godzilla vs Kong and the hype around its success, I decided to rank every film in the MonsterVerse to spare you from watching all my earlier reviews and let you know my opinion about the previous entries. Let's dive into it. Starting off with number 4, we have King of the Monsters, a movie that I was super excited for and went in with high expectations that were crushed by the time the credit scene started rolling. This film is a mess, with some satisfying moments full of great visuals, but it's always ruined by cutting to human characters every 10 seconds that are just there for exposition dump. And having rewatched it, I go further and say that I can't help to think that it will be interesting if they've done a film entirely from the perspective of the creatures with a better story. Now, with number 3 we got Kong Skull Island. What I enjoy about this one is that it has this old-fashioned style to it and fits according to the time this story takes place, be it in some shots and the music. Although some characters are interesting and fun, it's a story that didn't grab me at all, because the majority of them didn't feel like they had any character development. Regarding cinematography, it's a good looking movie that sometimes gives up on the quality. There are a few scenes where the editing is weird and the green screens are very distracting. I gotta say that I love the fight scenes between Kong and the monsters. It's the best thing this movie has to offer. Number 2, Godzilla vs Kong. Far from a perfect gem, but I adore it because of its self-awareness about its goofiness and doesn't sound pretentious. It suffers from the exact same problems as King of the Monsters when it comes to the story and characters, but here the fight scenes are longer with no cuts to humans, with much better choreography and very clever camera angles. Also, my favorite part of the story is something that they could have executed better, and it's the sci-fi elements regarding the Hollow Earth. I had this Avatar vibe combined with Jurassic Park elements, and I wish they explore more of it with a better script in future installments of this MonsterVerse if they decide to do more. Now, the number 1, Godzilla 2014. I hold this movie in high regard for many reasons. I had a blast watching it in theaters with a group of friends that most of them hated it, but I didn't even say a word. I left in silence, just enjoying the great feeling I was experiencing. My connection with these movies comes from my fascination with gigantic monsters, coming from the sea or appearing in the sky. I'm obsessed with Lovecraftian tales and everything about unknown creatures. And this film does something that the others don't, and it's related to the exact same problem that people complain about, being the fact that there's not enough runtime with Godzilla. In defense of that, as the movie flows, there's this uncanny feeling regarding what people would feel if a giant creature emerged from the fog or appeared in front of them. So throughout the runtime it teases you almost like it's building up your fear. By the time the third act kicks in, it's a thrill of visual effects that in my opinion are the most precious in the entire franchise, be it in the sound design and wide shots. The portrait of Godzilla and Mewtwo in this film is incredible, and the human perspective on them was really well executed in terms of creating eerie sensations through the tone. When it comes to its story, it's far from perfect, but here the human characters actually feel like humans, and even on multiple watches I still felt for most of them. Let me know your thoughts on the MonsterVerse, and it's okay to have a different opinion, that's why I do this in the first place. I wanna see various views on it because Godzilla fans often have different reasons why they love these movies, even with the classic ones, so leave a comment down below telling me yours. Also, if you found my channel and you like what you see, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.